Hey yo, what's up everybody? It's B Milton. Welcome back to the channel. And you guys, the Commanders lost another slow-paced, gritty game that sometimes they pull them out, sometimes they don't. Today's what it looks like when they don't. Kirk Cousins' homecoming game, the blackout game, ends up being a dub for Kirk Cousins. And I see a lot of people shocked or just surprised or mad about this game, but it went pretty much exactly how I thought it would go. Even before the game, I said, yeah, I'd be surprised if we won this. But I thought it would go a little bit different, as in, like, I thought the Vikings were going to be leading the game, and we would be trailing for most of the game, and then we would try to make a comeback at the end and just come short. That's what I thought was going to happen, but we ended up having the lead, which was very surprising to me for a while. But, man, Kirk Cousins, he took a lot of shots in this game, but he got up, and he found a way to win. He threw 2 touchdowns in this game, which were just put in such a spot. Even though our defender was there, he couldn't do anything about it. I mean, our defense played really well, and I think the last few weeks our defense has been really kind of what we were hoping it would be. It was just everything else. It was the offense, special teams, and Antonio Gibson had the one good return. But, man, just the offense, Taylor Heinicke, Scott Turner, Ron Rivera wasting another timeout on another failed challenge. Scott Turner was terrible. Taylor Heinicke with the interception. And today is what I thought. Today, and the reason that we want to see Heinicke out there, I thought we didn't really see any of that today in this game, because when we think about why we want Taylor Heinicke to start, it's because he can escape pressure and make something happen, and we didn't see that at all today. This was what it looks like when he cannot get out of the pocket. Maybe sometimes he ran into pressure himself. But today wasn't that Taylor Heinicke where he could escape and like extend a play. He was bottled up. Every time he tried to get away, he was just, somebody got him. And that's what that looks like. That's pretty much what kind of why we wanted to see something different than Carson Wentz, because Carson Wentz wasn't doing that. He wasn't extending the play, trying to get out of there. And Heinicke didn't do it either. So yeah, that's pretty bad. But still, like I said, there's tons of issues with this game. Percy Butler, when the Trust Wade booms a punt down to like the 5-yard line or like the 1-yard line, and Percy Butler knocks it into the end zone. I mean, the list goes on, man. Fourth and 1. Terry McLaurin doesn't grab that ball. I mean, I know it's a contested catch, it's a hard catch, but like, we need that from Terry. There was just a lot of different moving pieces in this game, which, yet again, that's why the Vikings are 7-1 and we're not, because even though I don't think they've been, I think they are like a fourth quarter team. Like, they do make a lot of comebacks. I don't think they expected to not be able to move the ball like they were. Our defense was all over Kirk Cousins, making him not happy for a lot of the game. Like, credit to the defense. Everybody on that defensive line was having a good day. Excuse me. But just so many questions on offense. It blows, like, still, like, it blows my mind. Like, we all know, like, Taylor Heinicke's good for 1 interception in game, right? I know that. You know that. Scott Turner doesn't know that. How does he not know that? Like, it's the fourth quarter. We're up 2 scores, and this man is throwing the ball. Like, what are you doing, dude? How do you not see this coming, man? Taylor Heinicke, in classic fashion, is trying to set up the crazy, amazing comeback, and then he doesn't get the opportunity to do it. Because, yet again, another issue on our team. I forget the guy's name, number 91. Just, he doesn't know the rules of the game. He doesn't know the rules of the game. Us as fans of just watching the NFL, we know the damn rules of the game. How is an NFL professional player being paid? And it's not just him, it's multiple people. It's multiple people on the field goal. If this penalty didn't happen, we would have gotten the ball back with 1 minute and 50 seconds left and 1 timeout. And Taylor Heinicke and people would have been able to have a chance to go down there and get a field goal. Or who knows, maybe even score. Maybe Antonio Gibson takes a screen to the house or something. Who knows? But we will never know now, because this team is poorly coached, which we already know. This dude lines up. First of all, he lines up over the center, which you're not really supposed to do. But the rule is you can't jump over the center, which he does, and ends the game effectively. And like I said, it's not just him because every time on a field goal or sometimes or just a kick, there's going to be someone in the back who counts all the players and says, okay, we have enough players or too many or too little, whatever. And then also they always are tapping the guy, hey, get off of the center. Don't line up over the center. So it's not just one, it's multiple people on the defense or the special team, sorry, who's standing there and just throws the game away. Like, and yeah, Heineke had, dude, the interception's bad. Kirk Cousins had an interception, but it was at a much more opportune time at the very end of the first half, and they found a way to win, and that's why they're a better team. But just I have so many issues with play calling in this game. Armani Rogers, every time we see this dude, he looks fast, he looks athletic. Why does he have one touch in the game? I just, so many questions on offense. It blows my mind, dude. It blows my mind. We have a lot of weapons on offense, but yet again, we're just held down by the offensive line. Where this was one of the worst defenses we're gonna see statistically, and we could not get the ball. We could not run the ball. Like, we had a few first down runs, just only a couple of them, but on first down, we didn't get shit on first down. And in my notes, like I said, I wrote down notes for Dalvin Cook. One thing that he was doing is he would run for like 4 yards a carry, and then he would always fall forward and get another yard or two, and our defense is like, okay, we stopped him, and then they like let him go, and he would keep falling forward. And it's just like such little things like that our team doesn't do. Like, but yet again, like Brian Robinson and Antonio Gibson didn't have anywhere to run the ball for most of the game. And like I said, Brian Robinson has 44 yards. Antonio Gibson had 36 yards. Armani Rogers has 24 yards rushing in one touch, and we only give him one touch a game. Like every time we see the guy, he looks big, strong, athletic, fast, and like we're just not getting the weapons that need to get the ball at the ball. Scott Turner ran a QB draw on 3rd and 9. He puts and you know it was a designed run, and because he throws out Antonio Gibson to the side to be like eye candy, like, hey everybody, look at our running back going over there. He's gonna go to a screen, and it's like it's like they wanted them to look over there, but it's like, dude, this is the NFL, bro. What are you talking about, dude? Like, that's just like Scott Turner is just he's just getting worse. He's just getting worse. But really, I mean, the offensive line, and that's why this was such a low scoring game, was because both teams were doing their best to get to the quarterback today. I think they both had the same amount of was it sacks? Or I don't know. I have to check it later. But regardless, Kirk Cousins wasn't happy for a long time, but he found a way to come back, throw 2 dimes into the end zone, and then like I said, even this was a winnable game, even though I wouldn't have thought so before the game started. I didn't think we were going to have a chance. I thought we were going to be playing catch up the whole time, and they were going to be scoring a lot of points, and we just weren't going to be able to. We were going to fall short. That's what I thought. But man, we were really getting to Kirk Cousins, and he was not happy about it, and he was throwing the ball inaccurate into the ground and stuff. And we stopped the run like crazy. It's just they were getting some good passes on us. They had some long passes. Yeah, Justin Jefferson has 115 yards, and T.J. Hawkinson. So here's also just a difference in our organizations, right? Somehow, the Vikings trade within their own division and get T.J. Hawkinson. First game he shows up, he has 9 catches for 70 yards against us. He didn't have any touchdowns, but still, that's pretty big. 9 catches for 70 yards the first game he gets sent over. And just not just that, the organization was smart enough to go out and get this guy, somehow get him, and from a division rival. Like, that's a difference between these organizations. Like this is such a even higher level than just being trash on the field. It's look at the differences between organizations, dude. But I'm not really sure. I'm just there was a John Bostic sighting. There was a Dax Milne sighting. This is a weird game, right? Well, John Bostic was making plays. Dax Milne had a touchdown. Like, what happened? This was a weird game. So let me just get in these notes real fast. First third down, and Kirk has all day and gets a 20-yard pass. Dalvin Cook isn't getting many yards, but he falls forward at the end, and we won't stop him from doing it. Kirk to Jefferson for an easy touchdown. We're getting 4 yards a run, and they stopped calling runs early. Yet again, and this is my point. Whether it's Taylor Heineke, whether it's excuse me, Carson Wentz, or Sam Howell, all these quarterbacks, they're not Josh Allen. They're not these elite quarterbacks. They all need a help in the run game. And our offensive line isn't helping them in the pass protection, and they're not helping them in the run game. But the thing is, we hope that Heineke could extend plays and get out of the pocket. And yet again, another thing is like, so Taylor Heineke is a shorter quarterback, and the Vikings are smart, and they're 7-1 now. And what they did was, hey, if we're not going to get to Heineke, we're going to get our hands up, and they batted down, 3-4 passes in the game? And then Scott Turner's not smart enough to be like, hey, oh, you know what? They're just like killing him at the line of scrimmage. How about we roll the quarterback out of the pocket? Like we've been saying since Carson Wentz was the goddamn quarterback. Carson Wentz is struggling. They're getting to him. Roll him out of the pocket. And it's, week 9? And we haven't, like, adjusted? We haven't figured this shit out? Like, fans can sit here and be like, yo, okay, well, they're batting the balls down. Maybe move Taylor. Maybe design some plays. Roll him out of the pocket so he can see down the field and not throw picks. Well, the pick was just an overthrow. That was just a bad throw. I don't know what you're seeing, but still, if you can't see over the line or if people are getting their hands up and swatting all the balls down, how about you move him so he can use his athleticism? And what happened in the last game, on the last drive of the game? He was escaping and running around and throwing the ball downfield. Like, that's what he's good at. Why don't you do shit like what your players are good at? It makes no sense. Jerome Payne had a sack on Kirk Cousins on third down. Huge run up the middle for Samuel. That was a hell of a play. Probably the best run we had all day, I'm pretty sure. Besides the Armani Rogers. Those were and see, that's the issue. Armani Rogers and Curtis Samuel have the best runs of the day. We have no run game. Like, first down, it's just so predictable. They're stopping us, and then we're either in 3rd and 9, or sorry, like 2nd and 9, or like 2nd and 12 or something. Like, it was just like that all day. And then you're sitting there doubting, like, what are we gonna do? What's Scott gonna call? Another draw, QB draw on 3rd and 9? They sack Heineke. They call a QB draw that didn't work at all. Percy Butler knocks the punt into the end zone, which was really fucking stupid. John Bostic made a play, which is also crazy. Heineke is sacked again. The Vikings are blocking passes and getting pressure. Kendall Fuller actually had a really good day. I know a lot of people give Kendall Fuller shit, but I think Kendall Fuller had probably his best game of the season today. So shout out to him. Kendall Fuller has made 2 plays in a row. Now Jamin Davis batted down the ball. So there was even a Jamin Davis sighting. The defense went off at times. Like, it wasn't perfect, but against this offense, I mean, what else can you really ask for, man? They were good. The referee makes a mistake and called a penalty on us. Taylor misses Logan wide open. Heineke has another bad pass, and Sly makes a field goal. Kendall Fuller almost had a free interception, but he didn't catch it. Kirk Cousins gets a huge pass down the field right before halftime. You can hear the Vikings fans were very loud at the very beginning of the game. You could hear it through the TV. We get an interception in the end zone, one off of a deflected pass, so they don't score any points. Antonio Gibson has a 45-yard return. I like to see him back there returning stuff. Curtis Samuel catches a huge pass surrounded by 3 Vikings for a touchdown. You can hear the fans singing "Hail to the Redskins" on the TV. Defense is playing great and getting us the ball back. Which yet again, our offense doesn't capitalize on. Scoring 17 points isn't going to be enough to beat these better teams in the league. But I'll stop my notes right here. I was just looking at this. So we're playing the Eagles next Monday, which, yeah, I don't know about that one, dude. But after that, we got the Texans, we got the Falcons, we got the Giants 2 times in a row, the 49ers, and the Browns, and then we play the Cowboys once. The schedule is getting much easier. So there's a lot of hope, and I know there's a lot of people that want Heineke's head, whatever. Well, even if Carson Wentz comes back, that schedule is pretty favorable for us. You would hope so. And then also if we get Chase Young back, if we get our receiver back, yeah, if we get all these people back, who knows, man? We'll see. But it's next week. Next week's going to be a measuring. This game was a measuring stick, and I mean, I'm not one for like moral victories or whatever, but we did stand toe to toe with like the second best team in the league if you go off like record wise, and then we're still getting people back, but we need to. Next week is going to be the same thing, measuring stick. How much better are we now from when we played them the first time? We'll see what happens. Taylor hits Terry over the middle and takes a shot while doing so. McLaurin drops a fourth down pass. Defense makes them go 3 and out again. They're doing great. Heineke spin move run. Then the Heineke chants come out. We use Armani Rogers on the third down run outside. He needs to touch the ball more. He got 24 yards. Third down, and they grab Heineke's face mask, and we get the penalty. Taylor to Dax Milne, touchdown. St. Juice gets a penalty, then is sent on the blitz, and he gets Kirk for a big loss, so he made that back. 3rd and 7. There was a huge debate about the pick six that wasn't. There was definitely a lot of hand touching and stuff, but certain games that's not going to be called, and certain games are going to be called. That's just how it is. Which is stupid, but that's just how it is. So, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and complain. I see a lot of people really upset about that. I mean, that would have pretty much changed the entire game. But it is what it is. Heineke interception high over the middle. Kirk to Cook touchdown. Heineke is sacked again on 3rd down. 3rd and 4 pretty much for the game. And TJ Hawkinson is wide open and defense gives it up. Then Ridgeway goes over the middle of the center and kick, and the Vikings have a first down. We wasted 2 timeouts in the second half, at the beginning of the second half. Yet again, I mean, dude, it just ring everybody off, except for the defense. What is Ron Rivera doing? I mean, it was going to be 3rd and 1. And he wasted a challenge when we still had a 3rd and 1 upcoming. So it's like, so you would rather waste the challenge which you just were standing on the field and you thought, okay, I thought he got it. Then we lost a timeout in a very close game and it was going to be 3rd and 1 anyway. Like, that's just it. Yeah, that's how the day went. That's how the day went. But like I said, I'm not as upset as some other people. Like, I seen this coming, so I'm not gonna sit here and be. I was surprised we were in the game. I was surprised we had a lead. So that's what I think about the game. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Peace.